right, Rapid Fire Wednesday with the Gresh Man. My first question, how do you handle a bye week? Do you do what the Pats do? You come in, you practice? Do you do what the Chiefs are doing and have the whole week off? Or do you do what the Giants are doing and go on a yacht and,
Well, wait a minute.
Hold
on. The wide receivers for the Giants went and did that. The team didn't do it, but I think it's really dependent on the coach, the personality of the team, and really how much work the coach feels they need to put in to get ready to play playoff football. Let's remember with Belichick, there are still some guys on this team who haven't been through this before.
Sure.
Shea McClellan, Kyle Van Noy, guys like that. So there's the baseline level of preparation that Belichick has to instill in these guys this week so they can get to where they want to get to.
Danny Amendola practiced for the first time in a while today. Do you see him having an impact on the Patriots' playoff run?
Yeah, of course, because there's multiple things that he can do, as we've seen before. He can throw it, he can catch it, and he can return punts and kicks, which is something that's been a problem for this team. So is it going to come in the form of, he's going to have 25 catches for 300 yards and 4 touchdowns? Probably not, but there's going to be a handful of plays that Danny Amendola makes in the playoff run here that we're all going to say, wow, thank God we had that guy.
All right, this year's offense right now is a pretty well-oiled machine. You look at it, really good running game, guys like Malcolm Mitchell and Dion Lewis, Martellus Bennett. Last year they had Gronk, not the guys I just mentioned. Better offense this time last year or as we stand here?
Well, it has nothing to do with any of the people that you mentioned, but it's this year's offense, and there are 5 reasons why. The tackles, the guards, and the center are all playing a better brand of football right now. They're better equipped to deal with what defenses are going to throw at them, so it is without a doubt this year compared to last year.
17 years ago today, Bill Belichick resigned as HC of the NYJ. How big of a day is this in NFL history? 2 franchises going in different directions.
Well, I think in terms of NFL history, it's not as big, Yianni. However, in the history of the Jets and the Patriots and the rivalry...
Not as big NFL. It's 4 Super Bowls with 1 team.
Well, I don't know if they would have done that with the Jets because the owner is a part of it. And again, we've seen what kind of owner Woody Johnson is. The guy's a boob. And that's part of the reason why they've stunk. So Belichick did the right thing. The Jets have had their upturns a couple years with Rex Ryan, and like Eric Mangini wasn't completely terrible there, as much as people don't think
and
about it.
And he was in The Sopranos, remember?
But here's the thing, Yianni. When you say NFL history, do you ever think of the New York Jets?
No.
Other than Super Bowl III, where there was a prediction, absolutely not.
Well, the Pats won a Super Bowl with generic coach X, Y, or Z with Brady. And what do the Belichick Jets do?
Let's remember, if they didn't get Belichick, they were going to go with Dom Capers and Tom Donahoe. Those were going to be the guys, the GM and the coach tandem. So they were going to bring a lot of what was going on in Pittsburgh, and they were going to kind of set up shop that way and maybe tweak things a little bit. But instead, they ended up getting Belichick. They gave away the currency. Well, let's put it this way. I know Sean Payton said, I'm committed to New Orleans. But if they can get a pick for him and he can go get a contract extension somewhere else, that's where it's going to come up in terms of NFL history. Oh, yeah, this coach was traded for. His name was Bill Belichick. Therefore, you got to give up a first-round pick.
All right, Josh McDaniels and Matt Patricia reportedly interviewing for head coaching jobs on Saturday. Do either or both of these guys leave?
It's interesting. I've heard some people say that Patricia is going to be the guy to jump at the first opportunity, whereas McDaniels, he's going to be a little more picky. I kind of see it as the other way around because Matt Patricia, people still don't know about him. And let's remember, if you look at a lot of coaches in the NFL, a lot of guys have to interview the year before they get a job. I think with Josh, as long as he goes somewhere where they got offensive talent, I think he's going to be fine because he's clearly not going to be the general manager. But Matt Patricia might only be a one-and-done guy. And let's remember this. McDaniel still had enough cachet after Denver to get an OC job in another organization. There are a lot of people in the NFL who think that Patricia is really a byproduct of Bill Belichick and no one else. So if he gets a job and gets fired, I don't know if he's going to get a second chance unless he comes here. And then will owners look at him differently, or will they say, well, with Belichick, he's great, but on his own, he's not that good?
All right, we're going to get into more of this tomorrow, but a couple AFC playoff thoughts. Texans-Raiders, Osweiler versus Connor Cook.
Good God.
Worst QB matchup ever in a playoff game?
It's pretty bad. There's no question. I'd have to go back and look. You know, T.J. Yates started a game for the Houston Texans at one point as well, and so did that pig Tim Tebow. So, you know, there have been some pretty
He
bad
won a playoff game, too.
There have been some pretty bad quarterbacks who have started games, but, boy, this matchup is pretty bad. And, I mean, Connor Cook, hey, here's your first start. Go sling it and go play. Although that guy has a weird way about him where he might actually thrive in that situation.
Last question. Is this the easiest field the Pats will have to go against in the AFC playoffs in their Belichick-Brady run?
There is no question about it because I'm not afraid of Kansas City. I want them in here because Andy Reid doesn't know whether to wipe his watch or wind his butt when it comes to coaching and dealing with situational football. That said, it's really only the Steelers because they have that big triad of guys on offense who have the ability to get it done. But, I mean, 4 through 6 in this field, please, forget about it.
Cupcake City. All right, Gresh, good stuff. Thanks for coming in. We'll see you tomorrow night and much more from the Sports Wrap coming up right after this.